So welcome back once again to WhatGear Reviews. My name's Troy and today I'm looking at the Sony Xperia X. Now I'm certainly not the first person to review this phone, but I might be one of the last. And that's why I don't want to repeat a bunch of stuff that people have already said. So I'm just going to offer you my opinion on this upper mid-range smartphone from Sony. So when this thing arrived, I was like, wow. And I was pleasantly surprised by its weight, its build quality and its premium feel. The way the rounded glass meets its metal unibody makes the Xperia X extremely comfortable to hold and gives it a seamless look, especially in comparison to its predecessor, the Xperia Z5, which had a slightly jagged feel and a modular look. So I guess we could say it's more ergonomical. Wait a minute, is that a real word? Someone look that up. So the 5-inch 1080p screen looks fantastic with over 400 pixels per inch, and Sony's tri-luminous LED screen expertise certainly comes into play here. The colours are bold, the images are crisp, and the contrast and brightness are also fantastic, and it definitely gets a thumbs up for that. But I must say I'm quite surprised to see that Sony have opted to go for a USB-B port instead of a more modern USB-C that supports faster charging. However, Sony make a bold statement here by saying the Xperia X battery can last up to 2 days, which I guess really depends on how much you use it. But what's really interesting here is Sony's QNOVO adaptive charging technology, which Sony say will give your non-removable battery a longer lifespan in the long run. And that's right, I said it, non-removable battery. But it will live longer, so long live your Xperia X battery, and it gets another thumbs up for that. Now on to one of the most promoted and advertised and formidable features of the Xperia X. It has to be its 23 megapixel rear facing shooter, which has an amazing predictive autofocus feature and the ability to go from standby to photo capture in the blink of an eye. That is assuming that it takes 0.6 seconds to blink your eye. And that to me is wow. And on board is a dedicated camera button that certainly helps with that. But I have to say I'm quite interested to see how the camera compares to the Huawei's P9's dual camera setup. So leave a comment below if you're interested in seeing that video. Now on to the last few most notable features. And listen here real quick. The Xperia X is one of the few smartphones out there that supports high-res audio playback with its DNC support, which is particularly handy if you've purchased a pair of high-res headphones like these Sony MDR1s. And what is high-res audio, I hear you say? Well, I actually made a video called exactly that. What is high-res audio? Check that out. And how could I forget this? The extremely impressive 13 megapixel front shooter that Sony claim has the ability to capture amazing selfies even in low light. Once again, if you want to see a more detailed video on that, leave a comment. So the last couple of features that I really feel I should mention. The Xperia X has front firing speakers, and in the UK we have an edge mounted fingerprint scanner, which works pretty well, but could use a touch more improvement. And last, but certainly not the least significant feature, which I think is in the spirit of can-do, and this one is for the players. If you want to play your PS4 on your Xperia X, well, you can do, using Sony's Remote Play and a PS4 controller, and that to me is wow. So there's a lot more really cool features I could talk about, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. So thanks for watching this WhatGear review on the Sony Xperia X. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and you will be one of the finest subscribers known to man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't be late. My name's Troy and today we're looking at the Sony Xperia X. Sony Xperia X. Sony Xperia X.